All right. Takes on takes. We are starting out. Might be Sean's favorite take. Might be my least favorite take. I got to wear this. I'm still pushing back on it, but I'll wear it.
How could you?
Because it's the first month and a half.
Tell the people what it is.
All right, Ben. NFC North #1. Break down the numbers.
Yeah, so this is from Schefter. Tweeted this out. So the NFC North is now the first division since realignment in 2002, with all 4 teams each having at least 4 wins through 6 weeks. So this echoes our what's the better division, AFC North versus the NFC North. We can pull up more stats if you want, Alex, just to help the argument.
Yeah, look, first 6 weeks of football, I can't sit here and argue the numbers. In the year sample size, are there going to be 4 NFC North playoff teams to solidify this argument? I'm not quite sure. I still think there's a world where the Bengals could come out of the rafters, just to debunk my AFC North in the conversation argument. But we got to give credit when credit's due. It looks incredible. The division looks phenomenal. The defenses are there. I got a couple of questions about a couple of coaches in spots. But, I mean, my goodness. Enjoy the moment.
Thank you. We can go to the next. We can go to the next question. They're clear and far away. It's the best division in football. I've been saying this for weeks. The worst team is the Chicago Bears, probably in the entire division, and they are 4-2, and they have been thumping people and have one of the best defenses in the league.
Thumping the Panthers and the Jaguars, baby. Life is good.
I mean, there's nothing else to say about the NFC North and what they've been doing. It's the best division in football by a wide margin.
Yeah, let's see if they run the table, get all 4 of those squads in.
I saw a number. It's like I saw plus 2,500 for that to happen.
Oh, that's a fun little 25.
Yeah,
$25. Let's keep it pushing though.
Yeah.
Belichick.
Yeah, we'll keep it pushing to another man with very few words, and Bill Belichick making his weekly appearance on the Manning Cast. So it was a Jets game, Jets-Bills. Peyton Manning had asked Belichick what are his thoughts on the Jets firing Robert Saleh. So this is what he had to say. He said, yeah, well, look, that's kind of what it has been there at the Jets. They've barely won over 30% in the last 10 years, the owner being the owner, just ready, fire, aim.
First of all, isn't it ready, aim, fire?
Well,
that's
not
to be point. Larry David about it, man.
Oh, but I think
that's his point.
That's his point.
That's his
so
point.
he's saying
he did that by design.
They're shooting. They don't know what they don't even know what they're aiming at. They're just firing.
That seemed like therapy for Belichick. I was watching it in real time. What say you?
Yeah, I mean he's gonna take a shot. First of all, let's get this off the table. I've seen this over the years, and you can tell when a person, by how relaxed they are, how much fun they're having, he will never sniff an NFL sideline ever again. He's making a ton of money. He's dating a young chick. He's relaxing. He is completely out of that grind. You could see it on his face. A perfect example, and I was a young dude. Bill Cowher, retired. Oh, he'll be back. He'll be back. And I would watch him every week on CBS. The dude is having a blast. He's
picking donuts
millions
with
of dollars just hanging out on CBS doing the morning show. That dude was never coming back to coach in the NFL.
I don't know.
Bill Belichick is done coaching. He has nothing else to prove. He is going to make fun of his old rival, the Jets, and hang out with Peyton Manning and do radio shows with Pat McAfee. I'm telling you.
He's having a ball, but I feel like this is a guy, whether he's wealthy or he's not, dresses with the same hoodie. This is a guy that I don't know if his lifestyle changes, whether he has success or not. He seems like a process guy, not an outcome guy. And he seems like he's still, with that quote, has some fuel. He seems like he should be fed. I think he might want to come back.
No shot.
The Giants and the Jets, both for different reasons, are interesting landing spots for a man like B Squared that is going to have an opportunity. There's going to be open.
Let's be clear. His relationship with Tom Brady was piss poor. You think he's going to go deal with Aaron Rodgers? I
think that could be a post-Aaron Rodgers hire.
And that ownership, which he clearly doesn't respect by the comment, the Jets are off the table. He's not coming back.
He's
not going to go to Dallas and deal with Jerry Jones. He's not doing that. I'm telling you. This is my opinion, of course.
You don't think – how many times can you fish in Nantucket before you're bored fishing?
With the 25-year-old girlfriend? Quite a bit. Quite a bit of fishing. and then you go do a couple media shows throughout the week, it's quite a bit of fishing you can do.
No comment. Keep it pushing.
All right, so potentially another Belichick landing spot. The Eagles were making headlines for what their coach did on the field, Nick Sirianni. So they're getting a bunch of boos despite the win. And Sirianni was mouthing off the crowd, and he said in his presser, "We thrive off the crowd when they cheer for us. We hear them when they boo. We don't necessarily like it." And just add another thing, Damian Woody on Get Up said, "This dude is a straight clown, bro. I just don't have any respect for what this man is doing." So thoughts on Sirianni's actions and
look, I'm part Italian, and this is just an Italian being an Italian, quite frankly. You're going to yell at an Italian, he's going to yell back at you. I just think, ironically, Philly, who yells at their own team, winning or losing, it's a similar scenario. I think he's not being a head coach in a lot of ways, but he comes back with the Fight Club 2.0 look, shaves the noggin, you know?
Yeah.
But less talking probably will help him. They're just pissed. The Phillies lost to the Mets. This Sixers lost to the Knicks. This town is rollover to the next team of frustrations. And the Eagles are just very upset right now. But there is some, I guess, cause for concern with this man. But I can understand why people are frustrated.
Can't go at the fans. Period. That's part of your salary. You have to deal with the fans yelling all types of things. How you respond to the fans is by winning on the field. You definitely.
But they did win the game.
Yeah, barely. And they haven't been winning. So you cannot go to the fans and point your finger in their face and say, "I told you we were going to come out and win," when you barely eked by and had a chance, an opportunity, if the Browns go down and score, to lose at home off a bye. There are times to puff your chest out, and there are times to eat everything and be extremely humble.
So could he have done that on the podium, responding to the fans, as opposed to directing finger pointing to the fans, and it would have landed differently for you?
Well, of course, but I still think it would have been out of line because you haven't been winning. The team doesn't look right. You and the quarterback are on different pages. So, no.
So is this one of those, if they're 5-2 or 5-1, can he do that?
It wouldn't, but that's the thing. It wouldn't happen, though.
So you think his frustrations were...
Well, how about this? Probably what the fans being upset is warranted.
But the fans in Philly are yelling win or lose.
Well, I think this is where people get this misconstrued. Like, the fan thing gets misconstrued with a lot of these big market teams. Big market fans aren't booing quality stuff in ball play. When you look bad, they just remind you that you look bad. It's not like they've been stellar and then they've had one bad week and they're booing. This is a tapped-in fan base that's been watching this team now for the back half of last year and the start this year. And the guy that seems to be running things the wrong way is Nick Sirianni, so they reminded him of that. Period. It's not – Philly fans don't show up and start chirping immediately, and they definitely don't start chirping when things are going well. And that goes for Chicago fans, and that goes for New York fans.
Yeah, unless you're Ben Simmons. They'll boo you out the gate. But
Well,
Sirianni...
hold on. Why is that? Is it because he's been robbing them blind for multiple years in a row when he was in Philly? That's why they booed him. So the Sirianni thing is out of line because, first of all, they pay your salary, and they through tickets, merchandise, and concessions. If I'm an owner, that's the one people you kind of want to piss off the least. They're probably going to show up regardless. It's the NFL.
This is not the first time we've seen a coach do this.
I've been watching the NFL a long time. I can't remember a coach winning a game and going to the sideline and pointing in fans' face. Can you?
It's I got to look it up. There's a coach I'm thinking of. Literally, it happened in the last 2 years. Going into the tunnel. It might have been college. It's happened before. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying contextually, he's Italian.
It's not an excuse.
All right.
All right. That's it for Takes on Takes, I think, for today.